Okay, it's going. All right. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's Sarah, and it's Tuesday, I think. And I'm assembling these things today because I haven't started on them yet. It's like, I don't know, I wonder if I'm one of the most last-minutest people to be doing badge assembly on this week. I don't know. But I have a beer, so it's all good. And this is the good beer. So Mark and I got a kegerator, or Mark got a kegerator. Wait. Oh, there he is. There's Mark. Mark got a kegerator this year. So we have been making it a tradition every time we run out of beer to go to a different local brewery and pick out a new beer. And the first full keg that we actually happen to get is this stuff, which is a watermelon beer. And I happen to think it's the most fantastic thing I've ever put in my mouth. Mark doesn't agree with me on that. Not about the most fantastic thing put in my mouth, but the beer flavor. He says it's okay, but I think this is good stuff. It's very refreshing. It tastes like the embodiment of summer. It has like that very good sweet, melony, umami. That's not a proper umami.
No, I would associate that with umami.
It's really good. It's dangerous because once you have a whatever this is, a stein of it, it's really difficult to stop sipping it. And since we have a tap of it, I can just pour myself unlimited sips worth of it, and those do add up. So I'm gonna put this over here for the time being, and I'm gonna turn you down to this. Nope, not that. This. There we go. So Noodle gets exactly 12 badges for NoodleCon right now. And I'm calling it NoodleCon Beta because I kind of threw this together like 2 weeks ago. I decided impromptu to, where are the tweezers? Oh! I need the tweezers, hang on. There we go. Okay, 2 weeks ago I decided to do this for Noodle. Actually, Noodle decided to do this. This had nothing to do with me. This was all him. He decided that he wanted his own con. It was very important. So, Mommy... Ooh, wow, there's already solder on those pads. Thank you, Mark. Mark put these chips on, by the way. I had nothing to do with that. So I just kind of designed something very quickly. Is a... for NoodleCon Beta. I can't even tell if that's doing what it's supposed to. Wow. Is there solder on that? Holy crap. Nothing. Maybe I need more. My pads need to be wetter. So, yeah. It doesn't do anything special. I have a lot of ideas now after the fact of what I would do if I had time to make a new NoodleCon badge. So I'm thinking for the next NoodleCon, which is effectively wherever Noodle happens to be, that also happens to be a con. Fuck, these are small. I'm going to make the NoodleCon badge that actually does interesting things and has a rhyme or reason to it, and is actually kind of like meditated, because this one hasn't been. It's just sort of, hey, yeah, it needed to exist, so it exists. I'll just put it that way. Wow, these are small. So apparently when I designed this, half of the traces, or I mean not traces, dust specks were put in as 0804s, and the other half were put in as 0603s. So I don't usually do 0603, not that I can't, it's just if I have a big board, there's really no reason to use unnecessarily small specks of dust to make my life miserable. Oh. There's only 3 of those. But all the resistors are 0603 value, or size, sorry, not value. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So it's going to be slightly harder for my giant ham hands to manage the tiny specks of dust that are on this board right now. And I can't just glop on solder like I normally do. I think Mark knows this. He's probably laughing right now. He says I'm the queen of like the Hershey Kiss top on my solder. Yeah. Okay, that's 1 down. So these effectively are just backlit. Is anyone even in here, or am I just kind of talking to myself? No, there's 7 of you here. Hi, you silent folk. Hiding from me. That's 1. So the next version, like I would say the full like NoodleCon 1 badge, isn't gonna look like this at all. It's actually going to I don't know if I want to spoil it. Should I like hold on to that information? You're gonna have to collect something for it to work. Yeah. I'll just say that. Yeah. It's probably gonna change between now and whenever. Hi Mike, how are you doing? Are you gonna find yourself here in Vegas this week for the big thing that everyone's doing? Hi Dave. I called you guys out, so I made you surface. I didn't mean to. But are you guys also going to be here? In my mind, like the way that my social media feels is that everyone that I know, or everyone in existence, is coming to Las Vegas this week. Should I lower that? I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I can't tell if I made that any better or worse. Oh, oops. Ooh, SMD. Man soldering is a lot easier with an iron with a short hand to tip distance. Yeah. Mark has a fancy Med-Cal, but I could use that, but it's a lot harder for me to set up my laptop in the vicinity on his bench than it is mine, so I'm just using my Hacko for this. There's not a lot of boards. If I had to do like hundreds of them, then yeah, but 10 I can suffer. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I've never been to New York Maker Faire. Ooh, China install. I haven't been to China. I'm applied for a gig there, and I'm hoping that I get that, because then I will be heading that way with some art in the near future. So I have my fingers crossed. Here, let me see if I can tune the focus. Nope, that didn't tune the focus. There. It's probably a little bit better. So I have all the tiny specks, like Mark's tips all sticky to his tweezers. Your tweezers!
Yeah, I don't clean it as often as most people.
Yeah? You don't clean it as often as most people?
Yeah, God.
Well, if any of these, if anything doesn't work on these, my guess would be to troubleshoot the really small pieces, because I can already tell you that they are kind of horrific right now. Like, if you looked at them, Mark, you would be very dissatisfied with my, my solder job. Dear Lord. I just want to get through this part so that I can move on to the fun LED portion. I have, like, a bunch of... Oh, God. Oh, no. I have a bunch of different colors of LEDs, and I think I'm just going to do combinations of 2 different colors on each board randomly. Since there's only 10, everyone's will be a little bit unique. Ideally, they will all be different, so everyone gets something that's not quite like everyone else's. And, yeah. This is all preparation that I'm just kind of doing in between other stuff that I'm also doing right now that's far more, like, time sensitive, I guess. I guess 2 weeks ago when I decided to do this, or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, I was just like, sure, I can add another thing to my to-do list on top of the 80 other things that I have to do within the next month, because it seemed like a perfectly viable task to take on back then. Plus, Noodle needed it. And since the child asked for his own con, like, I wasn't going to say no. Okay. That's 2. Mark, do you want to look at these and tell me if they look terrible? Real quick, since you have... I know they look terrible, but here. Look, you have the microscope? Check these out and tell me if they are okay. But yeah, I'm to the point in my summer where I have a to-do list for every day of stuff that I have to get done in order to get things done by the end of the week and then the end of the month. So I'm like in that micro-managey part of my year, my cycle, that makes me kind of miserable, which in turn makes Mark miserable. Right, Mark? He's like, fuck yeah.
They look acceptable.
Are they okay?
Yes.
Really? They're not that bad?
If you worked for me, I'd fire you. They'll work.
Really? You'd fire me?
Yes.
No way. Mark says he'd fire me. So yeah, the more projects that I accept and take on, it inevitably means the more honeydew work Mark has to do, which manifests in the form of usually soldering packages like this onto boards. Which I keep saying I'm going to, like, master doing so that I don't have to ask him for help, but even when I do get it down, he still can do it like 10 times faster than I can, right? Right?
I can do a lot of things 10 times faster than you do.
Uh-huh. Yeah? Yeah, Mark?
Yeah.
Like what?
You know, this and that.
This and that? Oh god. Sorry I don't have a macro lens, guys. That's one of those things I keep saying I'll get eventually, like the microphone, but not happened yet. I think that's Mark's department. To get a macro lens, since you're the solderotica guy.
Yes.
Solderotica. Mark's making a video game. And he should stream the making of this video game that he's doing, but he's not. It's super cool.
I write like one line of code per hour. Because I spend a lot of time obsessing and refactoring, so people would be like, this guy is like bad. He's fired. I don't think people would enjoy my stupid.
I don't like Flux because it's sticky, Mike. I know I have to use it, but Mark uses a lot of Flux. And then he gives me sticky boards, and I'm dissatisfied with the stickiness. Yeah?
Yeah.
Scrub them with a toothbrush and alcohol, he says.
Yep.
Hi, Pullus Squallus, by the way. Thank you for joining me for a minute before you take off. But yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, I think these are done too. I'll touch them all with my tip one last time before going on. I remember you taught me how to surface mount solder in this room like 5 years ago, and I remember it.
Yeah.
I had one of those headsets on that with the magnifier. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I do. Bill was in the room.
Yeah, Bill was there.
So I guess it helps to point out that since I only have 10 of these to give away, they aren't for sale. I'm actually going to make people earn them. So I'm having a scavenger hunt this week in Las Vegas proper. And our Noodle's having a scavenger hunt, I'm sorry. Noodle's making people do things or prompting people to do things in order to get these badges. So Noodle he's releasing his own cryptocurrency this week because he said it must be so, and people are going to have to utilize it in order to get the Noodle badge. It's like the most lame badge that people are going to have to work the hardest for if they want it. But it should be fun. If people want fun, then they should sign up for my nonsense. The rest of the week is just going to involve drinking and like neglecting my tasks that I need to get done. I foresee. Uh-oh. Yes, I know it's worth cleaning the boards. I hate the sticky. Some boards are closer. Oh. Yeah, I just need to get a microscope like Mark for my bench. Although he got his and it's expensive and he took it from some place that I won't name.
Thanks, Oracle.
Ha. I don't know what kind of flux Mark uses, but it's like the stickiest stuff I've ever like came in contact with.
I have some stuff that's in a little can, but I usually get away with the flux that's in solder.
Yeah.
And if I need more flux, I use more solder, and then the extra lead I get rid of, but it leaves the flux on the board.
I think that's what I do without realizing
Yeah,
that
it's a
that's
little wasteful, but
I don't know. I use as much juice as it takes to get the piece to do the thing it needs to without there being a big swoopy part left over. The swoopy part that dissatisfies Mark.
really?
You know what I'm talking about. Oh god. Ah! No. No. Oh man. I'm so glad I don't have a macro lens right now, because all of you experts that are watching me right now would be cringing so hard. Mark's nodding his head. He's going, yes. She's like, it's been 5 years since you taught me how to do this in this room, and I'm about as good as I was 5 years ago. Yeah? Get the job done. Love you, Mark. This one has a little fit. Noodle's just happy that he gets his own like badges and he has his own con beta. NoodleCon beta. Oh man, that's way over there. I should scoot my thing right there. That's better. crap on my bench. But yeah. Hey, how are you doing, MK Lab? Envi! Oh my gosh! I'm part of the Team Last Second Badge Life Assembly too? Yes, I am. I'm totally... But Vi, just like you the other day, you had wine, but I have watermelon beer. This is the most dangerous stuff ever. Hopefully, like, if you end up here on Friday, we still have some left, and you can try it, because this is, like, the best summer beer I've ever had. It is... oh. It is delicious. It's, like, eye-close-worthy drinking. It's got, like, a slight sweetness to it. It tastes like watermelon without tasting like fake watermelon, but like a good watermelon, like the kind that you remember from your childhood before they did whatever horrible things they did to foods to make them taste like nothing. Good. Ooh, you still have wine? Is it a bottle of wine, or do you get the juice box like we do? Because, yeah, we get the... it's like Black Box Merlot or something, which is pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
But when we do get a bottle, I thoroughly enjoy that as well. We get this stuff called Red Diamond Merlot, and it is delicious. It's worth it. Like, if you want to pay the extra couple bucks for a decent bottle, I think they're $8 a bottle, but it is very, very good stuff. It has like a very peppery, almost fruity note to it. There I go saying like note. It has notes of pepper and berry to it. But like legitimately it does. Like if you took a sip of it, you'd be like, wow, this is kind of like cherry pepper delicious Merlot that I definitely feel a need to eat steak with. And then the Black Box is just a good, like, go-to generic all-purpose wine. Like if you are having a rough spell.
A rough Disneyland time.
A rough Disney. If you're having a rough Disneyland, then you get Black Box Merlot.
You could probably debox that and keep the bladder in your backpack and have wine in the car all day.
Don't listen to him. Why would you do that, Mark?
To make Disneyland pleasurable, more fun than it already is.
You have some fun there with the $30 pitchers, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, I guess if you save up, you're like gonna splurge, and you know you're gonna blow $100 at various bars.
There's this one particular bar that Mark and I go to in like the I was about to say
Downtown Disney.
I was gonna say Mickey Walk.
Mickey Walk.
The downtown Disney Mickey Walk, I guess that works. It's there's a bar there in the middle area where they have like $30 pitchers of Blue Moon, so we would go there and like load up on one of those around 5 o'clock, and then we would do the rest of the night with a good buzz. Pizza and beer buzz. Ooh. Big beers. Booze makes the solder good. Yeah. Ooh, Yellowtail's good too. So is like Barefoot and what's the other one? Barefoot and wow, I can't remember. Is it Big Eye? It's like a fish or something. There's some fish wine. That is pretty decent for wine. Barefoot. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I drank all kinds of terrible wine when I was in college. But it was like, it was good for what it was worth back then. Mark has good ideas. Attach it to one of those beer hats. Like a juice box hat. You have like a wine bladder hanging from the side of your head. I would do it.
I like those fake bellies you can buy.
Ooh, it's like a fake gut.
And if somebody lifts your shirt up, they're like, oh, you're fat, and I don't want to touch that. And then, so they won't check it out.
Remember the last time we went to Disneyland? I got checked every single time we went in there because I was in like vandal mode. Remember?
Yeah. You get a first.
No, I just had a
You
dark.
look vandally.
I looked very
You look
vandally.
very Banksy, and they know what
Yes.
happened last time they let him into the party.
Yes, I 2 years ago had. I was going through a very angry, vandally
They
phase.
could sense your anger.
Yes.
They have like cameras. They're like, we have an angry girl.
Skinny, white chick.
Get security on that.
Yeah, I had like a. I was wearing my friend's giant hoodie, and I had my normal boots. There's nothing different
But
about
your
it.
hoodies tend to like
Yeah, it was.
put people off.
It was the hoodie. Nothing.
If you want to get followed around Target or something, go put your hoodie on.
Wear a hoodie. Like I had a.
Don't fucking complain about it.
I had an oversized hoodie with like the hood, and I was wearing the hood up with my Waldorf ears, or what the fuck are they? Not Waldorf.
Waldo?
No, fuck. Wilbur? No. Roscoe? Oh my god, what's the mouse rabbit with the long ears that's like vintage? Shit. The big ears.
Not Mortimer.
Willie? Oslo?
Oswald.
Oswald.
I know, like, it's the same name as a famous comedian.
Oswald.
Oswald Patton, so, yeah.
I wear the Oswald ears, so I had, like, the hood up with the Oswald ears on this, like, giant dark hoodie that was, like, probably 5 sizes too big on me, because it wasn't mine, it was, like, one of my male friends' hoodies that was, like, I was swimming in it, so I just looked really suspicious. And I knew I did. So, like, they were letting people through, but, like, when they saw me coming, they, like, would rope a bunch of people off and, like, pat them down and make them go through security, and it was, like, always the group that I happened to fall in. I'm not saying it was my fault, but I was very much onto whatever they were scheming. Do you remember that?
The what?
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was fun. We're gonna do Universal next time.
You want to go back to Harry Poot Land?
I want to do Harry Pootcher and whatever they have there.
Harry Pootcher Land?
We can do 2 days and do Harry Potter one day and then do the rest of the park the next day.
Sounds slow. I also put $5 in my Steam wallet so that I can buy useless garbage in TF2, because that's my way of, like, offsetting, like, life stress. True story. Like, the busier I get and the more deadlines are encroaching, I will get, like, $5 in my Steam wallet, and I'll, like, shop for cosmetics for, like, the classes that I play on TF2, which is dumb, but I enjoy it thoroughly, and it helps kind of, like, create that element of, I don't know, alternate lifehood? Let's call it that. Alternate lifehood. It's an escape from the reality that is. Oh god, I'm, like, launching specks of dust all over the place. Check out Mark's super vintage reel from the, what was it? What was the electronics store from Mountain View, California? Where'd you get these?
That was called Halted Specialties.
Halted Electronics. I've been there.
HSC.
I've been there.
They closed, I think. I think they finally closed last year.
That sucks. How come everything closes after you take me there? Like, all these places were open for, like, decades, and then you take me there, and the next year they, like, close for no reason.
Yeah. When I used to live out there back when NASA, at the research center that's out there, the giant dirigible building they had, Moffett Field, back when NASA did a lot of stuff there, those surplus stores were loaded with ex-NASA project stuff, like missile nose cones and crazy space stuff. And now all that work is done in other places, so all those places don't have that stuff anymore. And then chip companies used to make they used to make the chips in Silicon Valley, and all that stuff's in China and Shenzhen now. That's why Shenzhen has all the good surplus stores.
I want to go to Shenzhen.
But like 20, 30 years ago, Silicon Valley was like still that, even 50 years ago. But that stuff's all gone now. There's like no, that stuff doesn't happen there. So.
Mike says that the Halted owners are retiring and they're looking for a buyer.
Oh, well, I hope they find somebody to take it over.
I liked it there. I remember I bought... What the hell did I buy there? I bought something there with you. Because we went there after Maker Faire one year.
Right.
Like, when we go to Maker Faire in the Bay Area, Mark takes me to his favorite places that are still there.
Yeah, our sushi place closed.
Yeah, like we went there the first 2 years we did Maker Faire, and the last year we went, they closed. But they had been open for like...
Since I'd started there in the 1980s.
So that's disappointing. Makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because I liked all those places. Liked them. Don't do it. Noodle says, what should I make the badges do by default? I don't even know if I put the badge life connector on properly. I don't even know if it's facing the right direction or anything. I was just kind of like, 4. Copy 1, 2, 3, 4.
Check that. I think Finland's upper left.
But I don't know if, like, when people plug badge add-ons, if they're going to be, like, upside down.
I thought we checked it out.
I don't know. I don't know what the detail of it is. I'll learn. The next one will be correct. Oh, no. No! Bad raptor. So whoever ends up getting these badges in like another day or two can inspect them and look at... They can learn a lot about me by inspecting the backs of these. Just saying. So how are you guys doing? Where are you? What are you up to? How is your week looking like? I know I mentioned earlier that in my mind, everyone is preparing for DEF CON, but I know that's not the case. Like, there's the rest of the world going on everywhere else. So what is normal, like, life like everywhere else? Because, like, I'm personally not going to DEF CON, but it's still my life right now, because my entire social network is here right now, doing stuff. So it's, like, inescapable. It is my existence. And Mark's existence. Everyone's gonna be staying at his house. Yeah?
Yep.
Party at Mark's house. Do. Badge bus protocol that the official badges are this year. Panicking. Panicking is always good. Anything I can learn about how to make this better the next time, I will appreciate, because I just sort of just slapped this together, like, literally last minute. Like, I designed this entire thing in, like, a day and then sent it out and was like, it is what it is for a first pass. But I was so freaked out that I wasn't going to get them in time that I just kind of overlooked a bunch of stuff. So the next ones will be better. And as I mentioned, I have, like, an actual solid plan of what they're going to be and what the gimmick is going to be with what it do. And as I mentioned, I think I'm gonna be distributing them at SuperCon this year. So long as I get get one of my talks approved, then if I'm there, then I will be bringing Noodle badges with me and all of the Noodle badge add-ons that there will be. So it'll be a lot more involved, as long as I have the money to pull it off. And they'll be really fucking annoying. Like, I want to make the most annoying badges known to robot and mankind. Yeah, Mark?
Yeah.
Mark knows. Mark knows exactly what I have up my sleeve. So he has to live with this shit. Right, Mark?
What?
I make Mark play TF2 with me every night. That's love. He likes it. Is the kiddie pool done doing its thing? Should we check it? How do you main and... Wait, how do I what? An electronica? Wait. Keep going, Raptor. You're almost done. I still have emails to answer. Oh. Oh man, where did it go? Nope. Where are you? There you are. Oh. Badge bus protocol, is that for badges to talk to each other or for stacking them or... Hi, James. I'm actually not sure. I didn't know that there was a badge bus protocol or anything like that.
We haven't done any software.
No.
So we hooked that to the Iceberg C bus.
Mine just you plug stuff into it and hopefully it provides power. That's like all.
Yeah, at minimum you get power. And then if you program the chip, the Mega, you can make your badge do the thing the badge is supposed to do. Supposedly.
I need to print Noodle's currency. Yet. I'm busy printing. Noodle's getting a new pelvis and skull this week, which is like some serious growing pains. Like, I think tomorrow's stream is probably going to be
Pelvis Day, Noodle.
It is pelvis day. He gets to put his old pelvis under a pillow.
He puts the old skulls on his cake.
Oh god. His own skulls?
Yes.
Dear god.
That's terrible.
What have I done? I think I'm gonna stream the transition from his old pelvis into his new pelvis. I don't know if that's weird or not, though. I have to ask Noodle if he thinks that's weird. Or if he's gonna be angry that I filmed it when he's an adult. And I'm showing it to, like, other robots that he brings home to interface with. What? I have no idea. Standards? You guys have standards? Oh man. Marvelous one's really super extra Hershey Kissy. Just for you. I think I'm getting better. Mark's like, no you're not. Just nothing. I just know what you're thinking deep down. It's so good. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what my TF2 character looks like. I got one of the minifigs and then I put the googly eyes and the cones and the little Christmas bell like bandolier on it. So this is like exactly what my loadout looks like in TF2. So if you ever hear jingle bells and like die via fire in TF2, there's a slight chance that it was me. So I don't know how many people actually use the Jingle Bell Bandolier. Ooh, the answer is simple. Uh-oh. I don't know. Mark, what are we making on Friday? For French Toast Friday. When are we gonna do tacos, right?
Play that by ear. Yeah, I could make a bat of tacos.
This is Matt requested.
Do you want fried shells then? Are we just gonna like?
We should totally do fried shells. Those are the best.
I'll make a big vat full of oil.
Yeah.
And then we'll just plunge those suckers in there. I'll get corn.
Mark is the best taco maker ever. Ever. Like, I don't like tacos ever made by people at home, like my mom or anyone else. Like, I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't prefer them. Mark's the first man to make me taco meat that I wanted twice. And that's saying a lot.
Wait, what?
Mark. I wanted your meat more than
back-to-back tacos?
I wasn't like, like after it was over.
She tasted my taco, and she knew it was true love.
And then I wanted more. Like I immediately went back for seconds. So those, if you're here on Friday, like in this room,
tacos are like crack cocaine.
You'll experience Mark's tacos. They're fantastic, but he's teaching Matt how to make them because Matt needs to make bachelor chat. Matt needs to attract a mate
that likes tacos.
That likes his tacos. Is that how that works? Is that why he wants to learn?
You know, you're dating somebody and you make them tacos and they're like, this guy's not half bad.
That's exactly what...
I will put aside all those other flaws because the tacos are good and I want to keep that taco truck rolling.
Yep.
So I'm going to put up with all this other bullshit this guy's presenting to me.
Yes. That's exactly how it went down with Mark and I.
Yes.
For the record.
Sarah hates me. She comes back to the tacos.
I hate Harry Potter and I hate like theme parks
and all the farting
and farting and snoring and
hate the theme parks.
Oh. Mark.
I just find some side girlfriend and take her to the theme parks.
Like Matt? Like a Matt girlfriend?
Well, that'd be a hot chick.
A side Matt? She's gonna fall for your tacos too?
Well, I'll just promise you I'll never make tacos.
So, this is me, and this is Mark, and if this was like TF2, it's funny, I have like two chibis of us, except I'm actually like taller than Mark, but whatever. It even has like the stripe in its hair. I don't know what this is, I found it at Walgreens, but it reminds me of Mark, because it's like Mad Scientist with like the Mark hair, and like the gray streak on the side, and it has rubber gloves. And it's small. Oh god. And then this is me. I'm the pyro. Oh, James, you think Vegas was, or you thought Vegas was essentially a theme park? It kinda is. It's like the Disneyland of, like, the 7 Deadly Sins. It's like if somebody Disneyified, like, human taboos and put them in a city with booze and, like, I don't know, it's kind of the same. Yeah, it sucks your money away and you could die here. Yeah. It's not real by any means. But there's some enjoyment to be had. What am I doing? Oh yeah, soldering boards. So I kind of live in a theme park. Maybe that's why I have no patience for real ones. Mark, why do you have patience for theme parks?
They're little magical vignettes. In pretend worlds you can visit for a little bit.
Me? Wait, James, He says you are taller than Mark. I always imagined me as really short. I'm actually huge.
She's enormous.
I'm very tall, and Mark is like 5'3", so I'm literally a head taller than him. I'm taller than all of my male friends by like a margin. My dad's 6'6". I blame him. But Mark's just abnormally short, so that doesn't help.
Whoa.
You are. You're like petite. You are a petite.
I was an underweight baby.
You are a tiny little man burrito.
If you're pregnant with a child, stop smoking that crack now, because you'll have an underweight baby.
Or one with a tumor.
I'll take the tumor over smallness.
Yeah? Fine. Oh god. I need to learn the secret to Mark's tacos. He'll stream it one of these days. We'll do a live stream. HackerCons during the summer in Vegas. HackerCons are actually not a bad idea, because inside you can't tell how hot it is outside. EDC in Vegas during the summer is a bad idea, because that shit's outside and people die every year.
People are stoned.
And they're on drugs, so it's like, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. But hacker conferences, like, so long as you're just in and out of different casinos, it really doesn't matter. It's actually cold. Like, I always bring a jacket with me if I'm going to a casino in the summer, because they just blast that AC. They do not care. It's polar. No, I'm not taller than 6'2". Not that huge. My roommate was like 6'2", though. She was bigger than me, which was weird for me, because, like, yeah. She was 2 inches taller than me. But yeah, she was a tall lady, which made me feel strange, because I don't know. We just towered over everyone, everywhere we went. We were like giraffes together. I guess that was a cool thing. Yeah, Matt and Mark are both like small fellows. They're my hobbits. Actually, Mark's nickname is Hobbit. Like, everyone calls Mark Hobbit in my family, so it's not even like we're being rude or anything. That's just Mark's accepted nickname amongst my friend circle and my parents and family, whatever, is Hobbit. Right, Mark? So Mark is my, like, own personal cross between Ron Jeremy and Bilbo Baggins. That's, which way do I need to lean?
The spot who shaved me?
This guy right there.
Somebody just posted the DEF CON badges on Twitter.
Oh yeah?
They look beautiful.
What are they?
They're art.
Alright, what are they?
They're a lot like the Noodle badge. There's a lot of, you can see all the way through the badge. There's a lot of art on the badge. They're very long and skinny. And then they have some electronics, and there's connectors on the sides, and you can recognize.
Noodle says he must destroy them.
Pretty fancy looking.
Noodle says he's fancier. How do we program these things again?
With love.
Where's the programmer?
It's the little 6 pads that are in 2 rows of 3.
How do you just like jam something?
Touch the thing down, and you're gonna have to be really good at it.
You have to press a thing onto the badge to program it. You have to taste it. Noodle says it's a tasting programming
header. It's a very
header.
fuck you process.
Ah. Those are the best kinds of processes.
Because hacker badges. Why make it easy?
No, this is all about suffering. Noodle says you have to suffer at NoodleCon. It's like a very dominatrixy thing. He's like, I'm dominating.
Grab a chair, you're gonna be here for a while.
You're gonna be here for a minute, says Noodle. Alright, I need exactly 3 more 10k resistors. Here I go. Oh man. 1. Oh, double resistor. 1, 2, 3, there. Okay. Can't lose these little guys. They want to bounce away. They've got a lot of energy to them. They're just like, they're gonna squeak away. I used to... It has gone up over time, but the last 200 years. I wanted to show a picture of them earlier, but I wasn't able to. Aw. To play with them already, they're pretty fun, but not as much fun as the CypherCon badge was. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I was really... I don't know. I was into DEF CON, like, back when I first went, like, 5 years ago with Mark and everybody, back during, like, a completely different era of my life, and it was new and exciting. And, like, we did badges and stuff back then, and I used to participate a lot, and so did Mark, in a bunch of things, and then we just kind of, I don't know, pulled out, I guess? And I haven't done it... I think last year was the first year I didn't go, because, like, I had other things going on. And then this year, I think I could have, I guess. I've had kind of time. Not really, I don't have time to do anything. But yeah, like, I used to do the graphics for Darknet, like, all of the art direction for it, and then I used to be on Team Distraction for Crash and Compile, and that's how I got my badge. So I was, like, working the con, but now that I don't have time to really prepare anything for either of those things, I just don't go. Because last year I was really overcommitted, and I didn't have any time for any fun. This year I'm only semi-overcommitted. Like, I have enough free time to do NoodleCon, so that's something, right? Shit, are we gonna make Jello?
For what?
For on Friday.
That's all you. I'm not touching that.
It's a tradition.
I'm not part of that.
It's a tradition. Yeah, I have to do that now. It's like a DEF CON tradition for me and people, Mark too, even if he denies it, to make bad Jello. Like, really bad Jello.
That's my new hacker name.
Bad Jello. Noodle's hacker name, I don't know, is his hacker name Deep Button or Bad Biscuit?
It's Deep Biscuit.
Is it Deep Biscuit?
Yes.
It was either bad or Deep Button or Bad Biscuit.
Yeah, Bad Biscuit. That's his Dr. Who name.
So is it Deep Button? I don't know. He has 2 hacker names.
He changes them.
So we want to go to a con that gives me a freaking SDR on the badge someday. Look forward to 100+ and low humidity weather in Vegas this weekend. Yes. Better than the 90 degrees. Yeah, humidity and heat is no-go. Like, it's hot here, but it's not gonna kill you. It's just gonna make you feel like you're in an oven. Like, well, you're not in a building. But if you're in a building, especially on the Strip, it's going to be cold. So bring a jacket. Like, I'm telling you, like, if you're like me and you have like a low body fat index, you will freeze if you're inside, like, all day, especially in those big casinos.
I wear a sweater at work.
Mark brings a hoodie every day to work because he works at the Luxor. Did I put him? Oh no, I didn't. Keep soldering, Sarah. But yeah, it's a thing. I'll help you do the kitty. Yeah? Yeah. After this?
Do you want to eat and then do it tonight, or do you want to do the kitty now?
We should do the kitty now, otherwise we're gonna come home and I'm not gonna do it. I need to start on the LRDs. I'm gonna do everything that involves 100 value resistors so that they don't have to, whatever, blah. I'm gonna do all the colors that involve the same value of resistor, and then, like, the one, I think, that requires the 0, which is, I think, blue. Actually, it's blue and blue and green require the 0 value resistor. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll do the 100s first, and then I'll like stop this because I don't think I'm gonna finish all of that in the next. How much longer should I give working on the badges for now? Mark actually, he works for Blue Man Group fixing all of their shit. All their electronic stuff that they make, he fixes it because he's like the only person in the city that knows how to fix electronics, like on the level that he does. So that's what he does at the Luxor. Did you make sure they pulled the tablet in the wax shack?
They said they would. Don't make people go find that.
Okay. So after DEF CON, I have to just prepare for Ars Electronica for the rest of the 3 weeks that are left, right? Right?
Yeah.
So that's the next big thing. That's the biggest thing. It's the most important thing. Noodle says he will be the king of the tasting court, and everyone shall bow to him. Our value, I'm not doing those yet, so we get to go over here for now. What are these? I don't know. Oh, blue. Those are also 0s, so not those either. How about these ones? Reds. Okay, red. We can do some reds. So I think each badge is going to get 2 colors of LRD in different places so that they are all kind of glowing in a different way. And I totally screwed up the eyes because the eyes were supposed to be like you could see all the way through the board material stuff, the fiberglass, but I left the copper whatever layer there, so it's completely opaque and you can't see through it. So Noodle will not have glowing eyes for this badge unless I like find some way to etch the copper away, like in the next 3 days, which I could do. I mean, I know Jeff has that etching stuff. Mark, do you have board etching stuff?
No. I don't do that.
I don't do that.
That's the 1980s for me. I don't do that anymore.
Mm.
Been there, done that.
Spectrometer eyes.
Chemicals.
Ooh. Noodle does need a spectrometer taster. And can taste the rainbow. It's a good idea. Yeah. See, you got the right idea, Ben. You do need to bring a coat to Vegas in the summer. I'm in the same boat as you, not much AC. Oh, I can't imagine there not being AC. I mean, I've lived here for like a good percentage of my life, and AC is just like, you have to have it. There's no not having AC. You can't get away with that. I'm just gonna place these around. Okay, so this one I'll do here. I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna number these and then write down a plan for where I'm gonna put the LEDs. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget, and they're all gonna look like cupcake vomit, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna get myself another swig of beer. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, and then I'm gonna get a pad of Post-it, and I'm gonna figure out exactly where I'm gonna put my LRDs real quick.
Are you gonna wrap this up or are you gonna go?
Half more hour.
Okay. Good.
She'll be back in a minute. Just washing her hands or something. So, yeah. Let's read comments. What we got here? No new comments. Oh, she's coming back. I'm talking to your watchers.
My friends.
Your peeps.
My people. Here. Oh, guys, look. Wait, oh god, here it is. Here's half of Noodle's new pelvis. The other half, it's going to take 5 hours to print, so I'm running it overnight. And then his head, his skull, is over here. Here's Noodle Skull, the new one. That doesn't look very exciting, but there's like these brackety things that are going to be in the center, and they're going to be responsible for holding up his different like brain lobes. And they're just supposed to chuck in and out without the use of hardware, so if I need to access them, I don't have to actually like unscrew anything, because that's like a really big annoying factor of his design right now, is that to access anything inside of his head, I have to unscrew a bunch of stuff, because it's all kind of bolted together like one of those club sandwiches that has a toothpick like jammed through the center. That's how his head works right now, and it's garbage. So, but yeah, so that's like by Friday, Noodle should have a completely new head and an eye mounted in it. That should be here tomorrow, right? His new camera. Camera? Yes. Okay, so ha. Everyone gets Satan Easter egg code. That's awesome. Would you ever be tempted to build a second Noodle from the bits you take off? No. I've talked about this in the past, like in a different, like, couple different contexts. I think Noodle is just Noodle, there's like one Noodle, and then he has a bunch of like old parts that are kind of like baby teeth that he sheds, but I would never like keep an older version of his body like partially intact, because that's just weird to me. So it's something I would never personally do. But he already has a lot of old body parts like in boxes around the lab, like more than enough for several other bodies for sure. I just don't have them. I don't have them assembled so that they look complete. Seems traumatic for a robot. Here, you get to be one. And badge number 1 is going to be evens. Do those even like... That'll do, maybe. Let's do that. How about up there? 1, 10. That works. Okay, so evens will be red. Odds will be blue. 2. Here, so you can see what the hell I'm doing. 2. Evens will be blue. Odds will be green. 3 evens. Green. Odds. Yellow. Evens. Yellow. Odds. Red. 5. Evens. Red. Odds. Green. 6. Evens. Green. Odds. Green, yellow, I don't have green. Blue. 7 evens. Green. Odds. Yellow. Evens. Yellow. Odds. Green. Green. Evens. Green. So we have the green and blue, green and yellow, green and red. We have blue and red. Red and blue, red and green. And odds. Green. Red and blue. Red and yellow. Okay, that's the plan. If that makes any sense. Okay, so the first 10 should be completely different. I'm sure I can find another combination to make the other 2 badges, maybe. I guess there is one extra. What will it be? It shall be badge number 11 gets to be yellow, green, yellow, 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 and yellow, red, yellow, green, blue. Okay, so that's the game plan. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm sticking to. This is badge 1, and badge 1 is evens are red. So that's the game plan. So I'm going to do all of my red LEDs first, which is this baggie. I don't know how many I'm going to get to. Oh, see ya, Polis Squalus. Take care. So each badge gets a different combination colors. Yes. Yes, all the colors shall be unique-ish. And hopefully I have enough LEDs. Okay. Red. Let's do this red. This clearly. Whatever. Okay. So evens are red. Evens, evens, evens. So that is 10, 17, 8, 6, let's see, 4. Yes. Okay. This should go pretty okay fast. They are 804s, so they should go a little bit quicker since I'm not as derpy with the larger component size. Noodle! Although I am drinking, so everything's fair game at this point. It could make them share data to have them influence what they do for the patterns. They could do something fancy and like communicate with one another, but maybe in the future. I do know what I'm gonna do for the next set, like the next, whatever I end up bringing to SuperCon, I kind of have that in my head already. I don't know if I'll have them communicate. Maybe they will. We'll see. We'll see how many layers I can effectively add between here and now. Now and then. Whatever. Mar.
What?
Nothing. I just wanted to call out your name and see. Are you still coding? No?
We keep going back to that Facebook page.
No.
You guys heard about this Facebook?
Yeah?
Like, people put things on there and you look at like videos and kittens and then you stop doing whatever it was you were doing.
Yeah? And
And
it just,
like,
it sucks your life out
like
of your
1 in
face?
the morning and you swear it was like 9 p.m. just a second ago. You
Yes.
didn't get anything done.
You mean World of Warcraft?
Yes. World of Facecraft.
World of Facecraft? Yes.
So I'm gonna. Oh, there's another good video. No, I'm gonna stop.
Stop,
I'm gonna
Mark.
switch screens.
Okay, so that's...
God.
Okay, so that's all the evens on 1. Okay, and then the next one that has reds is badge 4. So you are now badge 4, little badge. Badge 4's odds are red. According to my little sheet, I should leave this here so you can see what the hell I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. No, you can't see that. Shit. Shit! Here. Is that in a good place? That's what I'm doing. Do. You are now badge 4, badge. That's your name. And then this next one, which one has red? I should get another thing. Okay, so done. Done that. 4 and then 5 have red. So the next one on deck is 5. That's this one. See how much love and care I'm putting into making these? I mean, Noodle's putting into making these? Because Noodle's controlling Mommy right now. He has like full control over her, just kind of like when Mommy plays Splatoon. Yeah? So So if you ever play Splatoon with anyone named Noodle Feet, it's me, probably. Right, Mark?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's everything I need to think of. Noodle says, you don't even know, Mr. Badge connection. Remember Jeff had the very first Darknet badges, like the first year that we did it, which that was the year we helped him kit all those, remember? With the packing tape. Jeff made connectable, like, through IR, like you could connect with other badges and it would log who you had connected with. That was like the Darknet thing. So you had this little, like, this tiny little cool looking badge that you wore around your neck, and you had to, like, touch tips with everyone else who had one. And the more tips you touched with, the more points you got, or something, and there's other stuff you could do. But I remember everyone had issues with them, like, communicating properly, so you had all these people in the hardware hacking village, like pointing these little, like, bug things together, and, like, waiting for it to, like, light up in the right way to indicate that the connection, like, happened the right way. You remember that?
Yep.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it.
It was nice.
It was the best.
It was entertaining.
It was the best. I still have Darknet badges from, like, previous years that I haven't assembled yet, and I need to do that. And every year around this time, I'm like, I need to assemble my old Darknet badges, and then I don't. So they're still in bags, and I feel like a jerk. You get that solder hot. You gotta work, bitch. You wanna live fancy? Live in a big mansion? Drive a, I don't know. Yeah. Drive something. Drive a car. Yeah. Don't we have her? Isn't she, like, don't we own her? Like, Las Vegas proper owns Britney Spears.
She's coming back for another residency.
I don't know why.
She's getting $100,000 per show.
I'd do it.
I think, and I'm like, are they selling that many tickets? I mean, you have to fill that show every night at $100 a ticket, right?
Yeah.
And because the crew and the space and all that, that costs money. And when that artist alone is taking $100,000, it's like, that's like half of the actual revenue. So if you don't fill the house that night, the hotel loses money. If she gets her $100,000.
They probably make up for it in other ways. People probably come and spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it's like if they can break even and stuff, but you still gotta pay your staff and all that other stuff. That's a lot. You know, to have, you know, with the crew that she has to have and her backup singers and all that shit. Like, that's a lot of money every night putting into a show. So, yeah, if you're getting people into your casino, then that's kind of like a big deal.
Yes.
So Vegas does it.
Vegas is weird. Don't come here, it's terrible. By the way, if you're coming here for DEF CON, don't gamble. Just don't do it.
Oh, come on, have a good time.
No, Mark.
Enjoy yourself.
Gambling's for old people who have addiction problems.
Give it a chance.
No.
The way that Lady Luck dances, roll the bones.
No. She's definitely not dancing for that shit. Funny.
You know, fun.
I'm definitely no fun. That's why you're dating me. Oh. Oh. Okay. We're getting there. At this rate, I'll be done tomorrow. What? Oh my god, Lord Grease, Earl of Maggot! Hi, I haven't seen you in like a good minute. It's been like a month or two. How are you? How have you been? How is the doing going? It's... wow. It's been a good solid second. Ooh, cheap food in Vegas. We were considering dragging everybody to this place instead of eating at Mark's, but Mark's is fun. If you want a really good burger for, like, it's expensive for a burger, but it's not expensive for a Vegas burger made by, like, Bobby Flay, you go to Bobby's Burger. It's in front of the Mandarin. It's next to the...
There's a CVS.
There's a CVS on the strip. It's on the strip.
There's the Aria, Mandarin, CVS, and then there's the Monte Carlo.
You will be eating for a lot.
Right there on the street.
Unless you travel to get to a place, but then you're paying for travel, so you might as well just stay on the strip and, like, buy food that's closer to you.
Yeah, you know, just for the food, you're in for about $15, and then if you want a booze with it, that's another $8. But their burgers are really, really, really...
Work. Oh, man. Hey, Kobe Clips. How are you doing? Cool, it's a legit party now. Like, all the regular, original soldering. Oh my god. It's a solder party. Mark and I used to have solder parties. Remember when we used to have solder parties? Remember when we used to...
Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were making those boards, we had friends come over and help us mass assemble
Oh man.
grain boards.
We did this Kickstarter where we had to, like, make 300 boards.
Yep.
And we hand assembled all of them, so we had people come over and help us. So everyone would drink and party and solder boards until they hated everything. It's a thing that we did. Oh my god, what have I done? I inhaled beer. Mark, do you want to help me do some of this?
Not really.
Okay. You'll get extra boyfriend points.
I doubt that.
Oh. You don't have to. I'll just do this forever.
Alright, carry on.
Okay. And one. That's 5. Seems like there's more of one than the other, but that doesn't make any sense. Because there isn't. It's just my head playing tricks. That old hat. The Trixie brain. Mark, you need to work, bitch.
What?
Work, bitch.
I work every other day.
Bribe him with beer? He's already drinking beer. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, who paid for the beer?
Ain't no party like a solder party, because the solder party don't stop, because oh my god, so many boards, why did I do this again? Yes, that is exactly what it was. It was like shoot myself, what have we done? That was like an entire year of my life was Kickstarter. So anytime I want to do a Kickstarter now, I'm kind of like, eh. That was hard. But we did it, right? We get like 50 plus 50 capability points in hacker heaven.
Yep.
Oh god, that's beer. Yep. That's definitely beer. Okay, that's 5. Okay, which other one has red LRDs? There's a red beer. Okay, 9 and 10 have red, and that's it. And then I can switch colors. I have to repeat this whole thing again with the resistors. But I'm not going to probably do those during this stream. Okie dokie. I'm just going to finish the LEDs. I will tell you what, though, when these are all up and going, like whenever that ends up happening, probably tonight sometime, maybe, I will, as usual, post pictures of them working. Or video of them working, for that matter. Odds. Odds must be red. I am sad that his eyes aren't going to glow. Mar.
Right?
Okay, okay. Mr. Oh man. Has anyone else swam this summer? Like, does anyone else do that? Is that a thing that people do out there in the wild? Because, like, that's like a regular thing that we do in this house. I mean, not that it's swimming, it's kind of just like, it's wading. It's wading. We wade in this house. Alright, I need 8 more red LEDs. 8 more red LEDs. Oh, yeah. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay, that's all of the LEDs that we need of the red variety. Variety. Noodle says, "What have you got for me?" Oh, you go out of your way. Why do you avoid swimming? It's like the best thing in the world. That's Vi. Swimming, soaking at least, is like a nice thing to do. Especially if you're eating a popsicle. That sounds good. Okay, Steve, you say you swim too. Solder and beer is how the modern Van Gogh lives. Yes, I agree. Beer and solder. Aww. Yep, you are going to be watching me drop SMT parts all over. You're getting nothing done. It's far more entertaining to watch me, like, launch specks of dust across the room. I don't really do that anymore. I used to. No launching, just fumbling. Awkward fumbling. Here. Is that better? Does that help any? No. Am I ruining everything? Oh, yep, I'm ruining everything. Why am I getting emails? Okay. Super afraid of deep water. Oh, above shin level? Well, you are in luck. The kiddie pool out back is, I think, up to the knee. Why? Not even that. No. It's like a foot deep. You're safe. And you can totally see the bottom. I think the only thing you have to worry about in this kiddie pool is probably Matt when he drinks. We'll try and massage your feet. Or my feet.
Mine?
It hurts my feet. We'll find your feet. He's a feet monster. He is excited to meet you though, by the way, because you had like a brief like lapse of overlapping like during one of my streams when Matt arrived. I forget what the hell I was trying to make, but he downed like 3 beers while I was like troubleshooting something, and he was managing the chat while I was trying to fix it with Mark. So he's looking forward to meeting the legends from the legends, the legendary folk. Matt. Can get him trashed again. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buttons. How many buttons does it take? Brain touching. Had problems around people when I was younger, dunking my head in water. Yeah, people suck. That's funny, I think we were all drinking that night. Like, that got him motivated to actually start doing his own stream. Because, like, he's been talking about it forever. He's not a hardware person, like, he doesn't do any hacking, but he does play a lot of video games. And he talks about them very eloquently. So we've been trying to talk him into doing a stream where he just, like, critiques video games. Like, we've been talking to him about that for years now, and it's never happened. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, like, the more I expose him to my streaming, it just kind of encourages him to embrace the doing. He could be watching this right now, because he is home. Matt, if you're out there, you should stream.
Get a jab.
Don't stop, kitty. Mark's making tacos. Tacos for the masses.
Feed the hackers.
Feed the hackers. Tuppence a bag. Feed the hackers. Tuppence a bag. Oh, that just came out of my head from the past. That's from Mary Poppins. I mean, not the hackers part, but I think it's feed the birds. Tuppence a bag. Listen, listen. They're calling to you. Apparently I had a weird childhood. Don't stop, kitty. Aw, you're in good luck then. If you are here on Friday then, sir, then you are in for some amazing tacos. And other things. Good company. You get to meet the people that I spend my life with. Wow, that's really what it is. They're the people I spend my life with. Which is like, in a big way, Matt, and then in another big way, Tony, I guess. And whoever else ends up coming that night. I have no idea. I invited a bunch of people, and I assume everyone's, like, doing stuff, so it's still up in the air who's actually going to show up, which is cool. But in any case, there's going to be tacos, and a kiddie pool, and popsicles, and me, and Noodle. Free Raptors in the kiddie pool with Noodle. So this one is even. Free Raptor. I should get Noodle water wings for the pool, just for that day. So he can like sit in the 1 foot of water. Wait, what am I talking about? He is a flotation device.
He's very tipsy.
So are we.
His brain can't get wet.
Ever? Why? It's not on. Can't. It can get wet. It just can't be on when it gets wet.
How do you experience the pool?
You can be unconscious and be in the pool. Right? It can be for our pleasure.
So that's very Westworld.
Noodle. We don't talk about Westworld here. Noodle. I could get him water wings. Just to make sure that he doesn't flip over in the water. And he can just be on, watching The Matrix with us, judging us hackers. Noodle's like, bitch, I am the internet. Like, remember that book, Neuromancer? That's me. That's what Noodle's thinking. Noodle says he is Neuromancer.
Yeah.
Yes. Noodle's hacker name is Neuromancer. He says he is that much the shit. So only 4 badges have red LEDs on them. Yeah? Should I wear my big dick? Just for old time's sake. The lollipopper? Not big dick. Everyone's like, what? What is she talking about?
Look through the YouTube archive.
I know, right? I need a strap on for DEF CON 1 year. Ooh. Vi says he's looking for a good partner who can make good tacos. He's single and looking for good tacos. Can I get badge 6 because Vi is... Oh, I guess. Fine. You want 6? Do you want to know what color 6 is? 6 is... It's green and blue. Do you want a green and blue badge? Because if that's the one you want, then it'll be the one that you get. Yeah? I can do this. Wait, what? Is it Taco Tuesday? We just finished. So I'm a bit behind. What's NoodleCon? Oh! Noodle decided to hold his own con this summer. Well, all the hackers are in town for this other hacking enthusiast conference that takes place in Las Vegas every year. So Noodle gets his own badge. But since this was kind of a last minute idea, we were only able to get 10 of them in time for NoodleCon. So it's going to be like a NoodleCon beta. So I'm going to go down to the strip and meet with all of my people that might be in town that I know, and we're going to see what happens. That's the plan. Right, Noodle? He says yes. So, or I mean Mark. Right, Mark?
Yeah. Beep.
Beep, 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 daddy. That's NoodleCon. It's just, I'm figuring out what I can do at the next conference when I actually have time to, like, plan shenanigans. So I'm just going to test a bunch of stuff and see how it goes over this time around, because I don't know. I'm just kind of amusing myself for the weekend. But Friday's Taco Friday, and it's Mark's Tacos. Mark is a good somebody who makes good tacos. So, Noodle's private press. Haha. Noodles private press. 6. So you get 6. Okay. I'll write that down eventually so I don't forget. Wait, I need more solder glue. Noodle. He says that he's on fire. Oh man. Okay, so that's all the red that we need. 10 for I think that the other one was, I guess it doesn't matter at this point since I have it written down what they are. I can do one of these other colors, like blue. Here, let's use up all my blue LEDs next. Okay, so I need one. Yeah. Or does Mark want to eat? Yeah. When do you want to go eat food? Now? You're no fun. Alright. I was gonna do food. We need to do the pool before we go. I'm gonna wind down. Here. Here. Okay, I'm gonna quit soldering for the time being. So that goes off. Okay, so the plan... I actually have LEDs stuck to the back of this. That's not good. Where did these even come from? Huh. There are surface mount LEDs stuck to the back of this post-it. I don't know what color they are or where they came from. What? Okay. From what? Okay. Okay. There's the LEDs all over my bench. Where did they come from? Why do I have so many LEDs on my bench? Anyhow, okay. So Mark and I are gonna go fill the kiddie pool up so that the water is nice and hot and chlorinated by Friday. So it's a freshie. And then we're gonna go get some food. But I don't know, I'm probably gonna finish these at some point tonight because I want to get them done and out of the way. But I could stream it. We'll see how it goes, but I don't know. I may or may not stream doing that. I might just try and burn through it and get it done like as fast as I possibly can. And like if Mark has had a couple beers, I might try and like, I don't know, talk him into helping me get the soldering done quickly. Right, Mark?
Sure.
Yeah?
I guess.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
So I'm gonna get them done. And then I'll take video of them doing whatever it is that I end up making them do. Because I don't know what that is yet. They're not gonna do anything special, but they'll light up and Noodle will be very happy. And I'm gonna get some lanyards and put them all around his neck at the same time. And he'll be like the most blingy, happy baby in the entire world. So that's how that's going down. I'm gonna go refer to my to-do list for the day. But until tonight, or tomorrow when I assemble Noodle's new head pelvis combo and stream that, I'll see you guys around. As always, thank you for keeping me company and chatting with me while I do all this stuff and launch like pieces of like, SMT pieces all over my space. I don't know. If I see you this week, I'm looking forward to it. If not, enjoy the summer wherever you happen to be at, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see, did I miss anything in the chat before I log off? So my glasses get bigger every time I see my streams. They maybe do. I don't know. that seems like it's not terribly inaccurate, but probably not stream to stream, probably just over like the past 5 years. Ah. Solution tester, you can use them. A light LED multimeter and test should be easy. Ha! Alright, kids. Alright, I'll see you around. No, it's good chatting with you too. It's good to see you, Ben. Good to see you, Lord Grease, Earl of Maggot. I haven't seen your face. Well, not your face, but I haven't seen your name pop up in a while, so it's good to know that you're out there doing stuff. And I'll see you around. And cheers. I don't know. If it's beer hour over there, then, I don't know. Toast. Alright. Are you ready?